Hey guys, got another exciting war video for you today. War of the Dork episode 7. This is a pretty exciting one for me because it's my new record for damage done. So just pause it here for a second, look at this matchup. 50k punch down, X-Force into Inhuman Coulson with Fury. So the idea here is we're going to feed off the Fury minions and give the X23 a bunch of speed, and we want to kill Black Bolt before he gets to do any damage. So let's see how that goes. Sorry, I guess I forgot to cut out the load times on this video. Make sure to be more diligent in the future. So right away, we're going to get all the defense ups off as soon as we can. Next, I want to put immunity out. Sorry, not immunity, ability block. I'll put it on Black Bolt so that he can't do his special, but I think I'm going to push him to yellow anyway, so that's a bonehead move. But that's okay. We get to use the Deadpool ultimate now. We're going to push Crystal into death, so we get a bunch of speed for X23. She does unfortunately get hit by the offense down, but she still puts a lot of work in on Black Bolt, and we're going to be able to finish him off here. I was toying with the idea of doing the special on Fury, just to take a bunch of buffs off, do the speed meter rewind on everybody, but it was just a little unnecessary. So there you go, we get 2 of the minions out of the way, we get a couple buffs. These shield minions, or sorry, these shield characters, I always kind of assume a lot of it is phantom buffs, but he does seem to have spread quite a bit, so I'm not quite sure. Now I can see that Yo-Yo has dodge on her, so I'm going to use the special on her, because it's going to proc the double tap, which is going to do just a bunch of damage. Now at some point that dodge becomes phantom. I believe it's a phantom dodge now, which I mean is just stellar programming by the devs that we can't tell when we've actually run out the debuffs. So yeah, she didn't dodge there, so it was a phantom debuff. Please fix the shield characters, guys. They're really bad for these phantom debuff things. There you go, there goes Fury. Take care of this last minion, and then we're on to the next attack. Attack number 2. Now we're looking at a pretty sizable punch down. Fantastic Four against Fantastic Four. Normally my goal here is to kill Johnny, kill Mr. Fantastic. I second guess myself here, and I stopped going for Mr. Fantastic because he has the 7 red stars. In retrospect, I would continue to kill Mr. Fantastic before the She-Hulk. It still works out for us, so it's neither here nor there, I suppose. It's just more valuable to get rid of the Reed Richards so you don't get all those pesky assists. So Johnny's all but dead. We're going to throw barrier up on ourselves because Human Torch is low. We want to see if we can make him last to his ult. It's very rare that he makes it there, right? But so you're going to see I go for the She-Hulk even though she has defense up just because of the 7-star Mr. Fantastic, and that's an error. Don't do that. Just focus out on Mr. Fantastic regardless of his star level. Take big damage there, and I'm kind of committed at this point. Plus I see they all have barrier, so Invisible Woman was gonna take out Johnny Storm whomever I attacked there, so we go ahead and just bite the bullet. Our Invisible Woman gets stunned here, and I sort of start sweating, so I'm not holding these cooldowns anymore. I want to make sure that even though Sue's not there to cleanse them, that we're getting them we're getting use out of them. Next we go for Invisible Woman. This whole time, avoiding Reed Richards is a mistake. So, I mean, I guess it shows how potent this counter is. But Reed Richards is your secondary target after Johnny Storm. So our big Invisible Woman just shrugs off all those attacks, especially with those deflects. We go for the stun on Invisible Woman. Doesn't land because it's a big Invisible Woman. Our Reed is low. I do believe we lose our Reed here as well. Luckily, our big Invisible Woman, despite being a protector, she does a bunch of damage, primarily because she's 7 red star G15. Oh, apparently we had a battery issue there. We finally turn our attention to Reed Richards. And you'll see he drops down much faster than I would have thought at 7 red stars. We get lucky and he doesn't go for Namor there, he goes for Reed. But yeah, you just look at his health drop. There's, even with the stars, he's just not ever going to be tanky enough, which is good to know for the future. We take him out. Our name was looking pretty busted, but we're going to be just fine. Here you go. So that's 2 for 2. Attack number 3. Now we're doing a very sizable punch down here. This is kind of like my leftover OP characters. We got Red Guardian, Zemo, Captain Marvel, Winter Soldier, and Punisher. So we got 315 people here. And it is a strong Kestrel, and you're going to see I'm going to play it a little wonky, but we get through it. So I try and get a slow on Kestrel, because I think just like Black Bolt, that's kind of her biggest weakness. Well, that and stun, obviously, right? So Punisher does his thing, and the shield medic was really small, so it just drops, no problem. In retrospect here, I probably would have went for like Coulson or somebody who's actually going to die and not just heal back up. I get the buffs off her, whoop-de-doo, right? Now luckily she does go for the Red Guardian, and he's super tanky at G15, so he shrugs that off. Get our taunt back up. And now since it's Zemo, I want to take out these minions. I'm just going to ignore going for the Kestrel at this point. Lesson learned, let's kill everybody else first. Or at least I hope it was lesson learned. The defense up from Red Guardian is really good against Kestrel. Captain Marvel shrugs off that defense down, which is great. And then our G15 Punisher puts in work on the 4 clumped members there. Now one thing we want to do is we want to take out anybody who's going to proc the Kestrel passive. So that's why I went for that shield minion. Even though her damage isn't very high, her proccing that passive is a big issue. And then you see it's just her now, so we're not going to have to worry about her passive anymore. But we do have to worry about killing her. She is pretty tanky for a blaster, even at this low 3 red, 3 yellow Kestrel. But since we have all 5 up, it's not too bad. And we're done. I think if we had only 3 people up, we could have been in trouble there. She could have just destroyed us. Attack number 4. So this is a 130k punch up. This is Doom, Silver Surfer with some power armor characters. I quickly learned here that Doom is a one-man counter to Marauders more than Ultron is. Silver Surfer here is overkill. He's not going to do much except kill the clone that spawns. In the next war, which I'm not going to make a video on because it's an off war and those are kind of lame to watch. I did a 200k punch up, full power armor, full PA-tron, but with Doom, so I guess PA Doom, I don't know. And with the Falcon speed up you get, Doom gets to do his ult, and then my Falcon is my second strongest, so he just follows up with another special right thereafter, and you're off to the races. I think it killed 3 of the members, and then I just kind of ticked down Sinister with Falcon, and that was that. So this is a little bit overkill. This is just make it to your Doom's ult and you're gonna kill their entire team. Especially because in all likelihood, if you have a big enough Ironheart, you're gonna land some defense downs, like I did here. So Falcon goes, we don't have offense up because our rescue died, but it doesn't really matter. There's the ult. We want to make sure that we kill the Strafe. He's definitely dead now, so let's target somebody else. Try and peel some of those buffs off, plus just absolutely murder the Mystique. And there you go. We only got 2 people left, and we're going to be just fine. Even with her extra armor, Silver Surfer is putting in a huge amount of work. He actually steals some buffs from her. He's just absolutely incredible of a character. But that's why this was overkill. So, there you go. Number 5. Halfway there, guys. Oh, I didn't actually hit record apparently, or no, the phone got corrupted for some reason and it didn't continue. So what we have here is Astonishing X-Men versus Kestrel Fury, similar to the Zemo team we took. When you first think about Axmen, you think about minion killing teams, which is exactly what they are. However, you get the death proofs up on the Fury minions, so you don't want to first focus the Fury minions. What you want to do is you want to kill one of the weaker non-minions who aren't going to have death proof. In this case, I immediately murdered the shield medic, gave me speed meter, and I just kind of AoE down the minions. I had so much speed. Kestrel did one shot my beast. Coulson did get his ult off on Bishop, but that was the only 2 moves they took. And after that, I just wiped the floor with them. So, fortunately, we don't have the footage for that. But, yeah, it is what it is. Attack number 6. This is a straight punch across Black Order into Marauders. I think Black Order, there's a lot better counters for Marauders out there. Not better, I mean, Black Order works, obviously. But there's a lot more counters for Marauders out there now. I don't recommend doing the Doom thing. I just did that because I was desperate to use them. But Shadowlands, X Factor, Skill Military if you have them built up super high. Right, so there's a lot more options. I think Black Order is going to be better served to be beating these Inhuman Coulson Silver Surfer variants. Maybe there's not even a Coulson on there. Maybe there's somebody else. And I think they're going to be better off for that at this point. For sure, they're not going to be useful against Heroes for Hire. Seen a bunch of videos at this point of them just getting absolutely decimated by Heroes for Hire. So I'm going to keep in mind. So right now we dealt with the slow from Emma Frost. We're prepping to eat her ult now, which is why we go ahead and we taunt there. We're gonna have stuck behind the Cull, so we spread our offense down instead. We're gonna knock somebody into yellow here. Great, that procs the Strife taunt. And now we want to kill Strife before Mr. Sinister does his thing. So we go ahead and use the ultimate there. I should have used that against Strife to get invulnerable up on him, but that's okay. We'll use the basic here because the basic, with a big Proxima, big Corvus, the basic does more damage than the ultimate would. And the special would have went to Cull here, which would have been a waste. So go ahead and do that. Pass self. There you go. So he's down. And I mean, that works because Corvus is a striker and Proxima is a skirmisher, right? You get the triple tap. So there you go. I'm sure Sinister is about to do a giant heal here, I would think. There goes enemy Cull clone. It's unfortunate that the blind goes on Proxima there. She's not going to be able to land her ult. And we do get the assist from Corvus though, which is great. And we're going to kill those 2. Sinister should bleed out. We won't take the chance, I'm sure. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I never like taking the chance of letting people bleed out in war. It's been burnt too many times by it. We turn our attention to the Mystique. And they didn't say resist, did it? So maybe those are Phantom buffs? It's so hard to tell right now. No, it wasn't Phantom buff because it went away. I must have just missed the resist. Get the double tap. Cole will do his own double tap. And we're done. There you go. Very easy punch across. You can punch up. Marauders a good 100, 150k if you get the right RNG and you know what you're doing. Always hold that Thanos flip until his third turn, right? Anyway, attack number 7. And here we're doing something a little different. We're doing a 130k punch up. We got Kestrel, Fury, Phoenix, Colossus, and Ultron. Now, we were just stuck behind barracks. It looked like this war was out of our reach, which was no fun. This was just a big Marauders team that my team was either refusing to take because they were waiting to use their stuff if they saw Dooms and everything else. But anyway, it just wasn't going down. So I knew I had to do something. I stripped a bunch of teams, put this one together. And you're going to see I play it super poorly, actually. And I still come out on top. And that just goes to show the power of Kestrel. We steal some buffs, throw them on Fury so he can spread them later. Now we're definitely not worried about the clone, right? Because we have Kestrel. So that's a great reason for that. We go ahead and use the basic from Ultron to peel off more buffs. We go ahead and get the slow on Strife. That's going to be great. It's going to stop him from using his ability block before we get to do all our stuff. I should have ulted here. I don't think I do. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, I basic too. Like I didn't even special. This is an absolute waste of abilities there. I mean, I did it on purpose. This just show how good Kestrel was, guys. Like, come on, get it together, right? For sure, 100%. Blind goes out, goes on Phoenix. she dies from the assist. Well, from somebody's passive. I think that's Sabretooth's passive, right? And so because of that, the blind doesn't get spread, which is nice. Now we're working on the strafe, and we're looking pretty good here. I think we're going to take him out. Even though we have the offense down on Kestrel, her passive is just crazy. Oh no, he gets a giant heal. Yeah, I played this so wrong from so many different angles. But that's okay. We can get some buffs up on Ultron. He only got the 2 bots because Fury's minions were taking up all the room, but that's okay. We start getting pings from Kestrel. Even with the offense down, it's still doing a good amount of damage. And Strafe is fully healed, so we're a little scared. A little bit, right? He still has that defense down, which is working. Now we're really hoping our Kestrel can take a turn and get that offense down off of her. Any day now, right? There it goes. Now hopefully we'll hit the ult. We do hit the ult. Sayonara Strafe. He's going to be gone. There you go. That's what I should have done from the beginning. I don't know why it took me half the timer to do that. That's so silly. I'm still like unsure of Kestrel's limits, I suppose. Less so now. But you know, it is what it is. We get an unfortunate resist from both of these hits on Sinister there. But we got it on Emma. We don't have offense down on Kestrel anymore. In fact, I think we get offense up from getting an assist from Fury at some point here. They're just so good together, Fury and Kestrel. I know people like using Kestrel alone on X Factor. I think with Fury, she's just proccing her passive, the minions, and then just her doing her thing. It's beautiful synergy. So, you know, even at this point, I'm still sweating it. Because yes, I got past the Strife, but I mean, I wasted 3 minutes. And now I'm looking at Emma in full swing doing her thing. But that's the beauty of Ultron. He's going to get a bunch of bots up, which are going to get buffs rolling, which is just going to get us going. We lose our speed bot there, which is probably the worst bot to lose. We lose the heal bot, which, I mean, it's not great to lose, but it's not the end of the world. Sabretooth is absolutely blown out of this world by an offensed up Kestrel. We lose our first Ultimus life, but that's okay. The blind does stop Fury from landing, but that doesn't stop the Kestrel passive, which just annihilates the Sinister, right? And we're back working on this Elsa, Emma. She does get back up, but that's not the end of the world. We're down to a last minute, so we're kind of stressing here. We ultimate her. It does land the defense down for whatever reason. Kind of strange, but I'll take it. And so we're just going to ping her out of existence. The armor does not matter to Kestrel. And we got a minute to work on Mystique, so we're obviously going to be just fine here. So I mean, huge punch up. Super poorly played. Pretty clean. Like, we lost Colossus. I mean, the amount of mistakes I made along the way was ridiculous. I think Kestrel, with just some stronger support staff around her, is going to be a great Emma counter. Although, with Heroes for Hire, I don't think we have that luxury anymore. Attack number 8. That was a 30k punch up against Defenders with Miss Marvel. But the Defenders aren't the Defenders of old anymore, right? They have their new strengths, their new tools. So, we are doing our X Factor plus Magneto and Juggernaut plus Elsa. And if you're wondering what the hell this team is the I just used 3 meta teams combined in one to take out a Marauder, so I'm trying to stretch my attacks here. So let's see if it pays off. So there you go. Take out the Daredevil right away. That's great because we got a couple villains on our team. Don't want that basic to tear through our Magneto. And Juggernaut gets his taunt up, so now we get to go to work. So we're just using basics because I have no idea what I'm doing with X Factor, admittedly. Could have just went for a bunch of AoEs. I knew Iron Fist would have just out-healed it anyway, being that these are all city heroes, but might as well have done it. We go ahead and let loose the ult from Emma, and then we ult with Shatterstar. Maybe special here. We're trying to AoE down this Iron Fist, even though he's got the Death Proofs. I would have just liked to peel some of the Death Proofs off. We get one off there. Now we're stuck behind this loot cage, so I guess we're going to have to kill this loot cage, which is exactly what we're going to do. That heal is so immense now. With the Heroes for Hire buffs that Iron Fist and Luke Cage got, they are actually war monsters now. It's not super fun. So we will get through this loot cage. We're not worried about having to switch to Miss Marvel at any time. That's great. And he's gone. So now now we're going to go for Iron Fist, but we'll get peeled off and have to deal with one of the other two at some point first, I'm sure. I guess we foresaw that and we said, screw it, let's go for the person who's going to taunt us out anyway. Bye-bye, Miss Marvel. We're looking pretty good here, but Iron Fist still isn't done doing work yet. He hits us with a big, scary ult. Try and land some defense down through the deflect and through JJ resist. Of course, that's not going to go our way. We're still just trying to land a bunch of crits. We do there. Peel off a bunch of the deflects, which is great. Elsa gets really close. Iron Fist does yet another like full heal, which is just so sweet because he gets a bunch of speed when he does that too, right? But Elsa with a bunch of hits just eats through those death proofs, and that's great. And now we got 3 low people, but it's a single Jessica Jones. She is 6 red star, G14 by the looks of it, but that's no problem. Even my weak Dadbros tear through her in 2 hits, 1 each, which is great. Now for our second last hit. Excuse me. Tag number 9. This is my throwaway offensive team. This is like HelaNatural. I find them so inconsistent. I used them in this off war we just had on like a 200k punch up against this same team, but there was a Captain Marvel instead of Groot, and it was going great. And then Ghost just started dodging, and I mean it was 4v1. I think I had lost my Mordo, and Ghost dodged 15-16 times, and so I just lost. So that's just a thing with this team. They don't have enough like innate sustain, in my opinion, to deal with someone who's gonna play the RNG game like that. So I don't really like them, but on these kind of a punch across, slight punch up, they definitely do the trick. I mean, I did just say I did a 200k punch up and lost only because Ghost dodged 15 times, but Ghost always dodges 15 times, right? So take that for what you will. Now we're gonna go for Minerva here, I'm sure. No, we're gonna finish the Star-Lord. Yeah, we'll finish the Star-Lord, that's cool. Nice we go for Minerva because we're just, the Ghost always dodges. It's just so not worth our time. Let's throw Deflex up first because she is about to ult. Even with offense down, it's going to hurt. I believe she's going to ult. Is she going to die before doing it? Oh, there's one dodge. So she gets a bunch of healing from that. She gets a bunch of healing there. Full life. Fun. Ghost is a fun character. Salt is real. But she doesn't dodge the G15 Hela there, and Hela rips her apart. That was not the case in that last war. Sadness. Anyway, you see we pulled ahead. Well, not pulled ahead, but we pulled back up despite that huge block we faced. And then here's my last attack, and I was not sure this was going to work. I was very apprehensive about this. This is a very scary team. This is Dadbros, Kestrel, Fury, Silver Surfer, right? So, I mean, Silver Surfer, scary. Kestrel Fury, scary. Dadbros, scary. A mistake maybe he made here is he didn't have enough Raider. But like the Astonishing X-Men, I see minions and I think Symbiotes, right? Now, the benefit of Symbiotes is they don't need to get the kill to get the speed. I mean, yes, it helps the Scream is going to give you actual speed up. But the Carnage speed meter just needs to be damaged. So as long as we survive the initial burst, and we can hit a minion, get some speed, we might be able to get this rolling. Now this was just the last team I had in my arsenal. It's coming down to the wire. It doesn't look like the war is close to ending. I think we're at like 1,000 points. But we're doing the toes strategy. So I mean those points rank up really fast. And as you see, we got into a lot of trouble here. Our Carnage does get to ult the shield medic, which is great. We're not getting any healing from it. We are getting speed, right? We get it again with Symbiote Spider-Man, which is great. Now I want to try and peel some buffs off. I don't get the offense up, which is unfortunate. I also had ability block on Anti-Venom. Had I not had ability block on Anti-Venom, I would have used a basic on Symbiote Spider-Man somewhere and stolen a defense up. But that wasn't the option. Now I go for the ability block on Shatterstar. I don't want to deal with all that headache, and Colleen is going to ult out our Venom, which sucks because he can no longer be res now. We still got a minion to pick on, so we get that. We get a bunch of healing from Scream, which is great, plus the speed up. I get honestly, if Kestrel had chosen Scream instead of Venom, I would have been in trouble. Now I got a rewind over here, which is great. I don't land the speed down on Surfer, which sucks, but the turn meter manipulation is great, right? So I want to get a kill, I want more heals, even though it's going to give Silver Surfer some room to work, because I want to try and stun Kestrel before she gets to use her special. That would have been a death sentence. And then I get to peel a bunch of stuff off Silver Surfer, plus he gets the slow from the Symbiote Spider-Man ult, which is great. I use that special just for healing and for energy in case I'm going to need to use the anti-venom ultimate again. I'm going to go ahead and take out Fury here, as well as put bleeds up on Kestrel, so we can try and kill Kestrel. I want to try and get that offense up off Silver Surfer before he gets a turn, but there's no way to guarantee that, right? So I try and get a slow on him there, that doesn't work. I go for the kill on Kestrel, that doesn't work. So I go for I know this will kill Kestrel, and I just want to get him lower. And now I have the special up from Scream, so I want to I want to take his offense up away and put an offense down on him, which I do, and then I immediately give him offense up back. But and it is what it is. We're gonna get this win. So I don't think we're gonna see this team anymore with Heroes for Hire out there, but if you ever do, Symbiotes is a good use for it. I think I had bad RNG off of the pull with anti-venom getting Billy blocked, but I still managed to pull through, and that's pretty incredible against that scary team. So you see, we're still down. However, my alliance comes in clutch. We get the victory, and as you see, 17 million damage. That's a new record. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to do more, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.